Okay, guys, so today is February 5th, 2026, and we're going to be talking about what's been happening on social media. Now, you're going to see an influx of married men trying to use other women to speak for them and be the mouthpiece. They want these women to chastise other women. It's no different than the pick me, it's no different than women who are trying to scold other women for not wanting to be mothers or to be married. And what I find quite strange when it comes to married men is they claim like, oh, I'm this great guy and I'm married and da 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 da. But they're going to always keep their alliance, right? And their loyalty to their brothering, meaning that they're married over here, but over here it's like, well, I believe that man should still be able to deal with women, even though he may not be financially stable, even though he may not be mentally stable, right? They still want to bring women to these types of men, even though they say themselves that they're not that type of man. So you have to be really mindful about that. Oh, by the way, okay, look for it today. But anyways, and there was this ABC story that came out. DHS just released some files regarding married couples, and within the last 5 years, they've been poisoning each other. There's been an increase on, black market products and, stuff like cyanide and like all of these other chemicals that is no color and no odor. And so over time, it may look like if you are feeding this to your partner, right, over time it could look like just a natural death, right? And there was the story that they covered along with that story that he was a dentist, and over time he had been putting substances in his wife's smoothies, right? And so again, you know, these people are trying to portray this, oh, I love my wife, or I love my husband, and we love this grand life. But in reality, y'all don't even like each other, and you guys have learned how to cope with each other, right? After all of the things that you guys have been through. Now, you do have some people who are saying, you know what, actually, I'd rather be carefree, less responsibilities, child free, male free, marriage free, whatever. And it's the same thing that goes for the men too. The men who are saying, you know what, actually, I'm just financially stable and I just rather, live my life as a bachelor. Cool, whatever. But they're not telling these men like, oh, you're going to die alone. They're telling women like, hey, you guys are going to die alone. You guys are going to, what about having friends and family? What about having community with other people outside of romantic relationships? That's kind of weird. And not only that, it's like it puts so much pressure on your partner to fulfill all of these emotional needs, especially if you have come from like a broken family or like a broken home and stuff